Greetings, Nelson here today with another instructional video. As always, these videos are for instructional purposes only. Use at your own risk. Today I'm going to be going over just a couple features of the latest Open Screen Monitor plugin. So let's go ahead and let's get logged in here. Version is 0207. I'll be using the management interface side from Firefox, and of course we'll be managing Chrome. And the primary target is Chromebooks, again, but it can be utilized with Chrome in general if configured by the administrator. So a couple things right away. We're going to be talking about the instructor component right here, or the lab manager, and you'll be getting access to that. All your devices that you have access to that are logged on will be appearing here. I just have the one sample one set up again. This is the screen we're looking at over here. If we go over here to Google, when this refreshes, it's going to pull in that Google URL, or I'm sorry, the Google image there of the page of what the customer is looking at. You can click on any individual device and it's going to bring you a bigger screenshot there so you can see what's going on. A couple of quick features. The tabs across there, the buttons across the top here are pretty self-explanatory. This shrinks those devices you're managing, the images that are on the screen. This increases it. Side menu, we'll talk about that in just a second. Just a quick overview on this. This is individual actions you can apply. You can send yourself a screenshot. You can examine the device log of what activity has been going on with respect to management operations. So if there's more than one person managing these devices, there's a device log to see if somebody's did something inadvertently or to see what action's been taken. And that's per device, so if one customer's having trouble, you might want to check the device log and see if the management is tinkering with their experience somehow that's not intended. You can send a message to the device, so send a quick message. And this is per customer, okay? So when the message gets sent over, and the OSM phone's home for any additional updates or information, there's our message that's coming from the Chrome side. We can open a URL on these devices. We can also lock the device and then unlock the device. If we want to close an individual tab, if you'll notice here we got the Google tab up, so we're going to close that. You can close the tab, and again, when it refreshes, it phones home at a frequency set by the system administrator for instructions. Then it applies those policies and instructions to the Chrome session. I'm going to open up the side menu here real quick. Every device is listed here that you have available in your particular grouping. I'm going to call it a lab. You can view the browsing history. I'm not going to cover that today. That's probably a little more than alpha quality, and I don't know that I'd call it beta. Lab filter, I can probably drop beta because it's very effective. Want to go over the policy here. This is where you enforce the policy that you want for your grouping of equipment. The idea behind picket fence is just that if there's a particular thing that you don't want to appear, if you'll notice here, this is a FIOX page I have up. So any URL that might have the word FIOX in it, when I apply this change, are going to get dropped. And here's the OSM service says a lab filter violation was detected of an existing tab URL FIOX. If you'll notice, it's closed that. The screen that's appearing over on the Chrome browser is this one right here. If you want to see that, notice that the other tabs are gone. I'm going to open a new tab and open up the Debian homepage here real quick. And so a picket fence is really it's a tool that, if you didn't want a particular grouping of site, I'm going to say, let's say you didn't want that lab group to be looking at YouTube, not picking on YouTube, just a popular site. You could list YouTube in there, and any of the URLs that had the word YouTube in it would be dropped. You could put games in there if you didn't want to have access to games, or whatever you pick there. I'm going to disable that real quick. Let's see. Let's talk about walled garden. If you mouse over these, they tell you what they do. Allow only sites matching listed patterns. So if I only wanted you to go to, let's do new tab. We want people to do a new tab. We also want, let's do Google, let's do Debian, and let's do GitHub. So these are things that are allowed, okay? Apply changes, filter's going to update. Let's go over here. Can't open files. Basically, it's saying that that's not a place that is allowed in the walled garden. And the walled garden setting has these particular sites: new tab, Google, Debian, GitHub. So I can do a new tab. I can go to GitHub right here. Okay. If I try to go to Wikipedia, try to go here, and it's showing me the search results because I got Google enabled, but if I try to go to Wikipedia, it closes the tab. So there's an example of walled garden. You're controlling sites you want the customer to be able to access. And again, it's another tool in the lab filter policy. This is very popular. I'm going to apply the changes to disable that. Close this little information thing down. So those are the core features I think that should get the user started. Again, the source code is open source, and it's over at GitHub. Actually, I got the project page open right here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informational and instructional for you, and I appreciate the time and opportunity to share this information with you. Thanks, and have a great day.